welcome back to the world's greatest elementary school. We hope that you had a fantastic 3-day weekend.
Oh, yeah.
We're looking forward to another great week. We are so proud of all the effort of all of our Tigers putting into their learning. You guys are doing an awesome job. From hybrid to remote students, you are all doing so well. You know what we are also proud of? The work that took place a week ago at our trail work party. We had several families come out on Saturday, March 13th, to get our trail ready for classes to use this spring. Take a look at some of these pictures.
What I mean is a mountain top that I'm dreaming of. If you need me, you know where I'll be. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. We're south of the equator, navigator, gotta hit the road.
Thank you to all of our students and families that came out to help. Now we hope that your class gets a chance to see and use the trail this spring. Special thanks also to our amazing Shadow Lake PTA and especially to Mr. O'Brien for organizing the trail work party. Speaking of thank yous, many of our students and classes sent birthday wishes to Tahoma Superintendent and former Shadow Lake Principal, Mr. Hansen. Mr. Hansen sent us a video in reply, so take a look.
Hey Tigers, I just want to take a minute to say thank you so much for the very thoughtful birthday wishes. Absolutely excited to hear from the world's greatest elementary school and look forward to seeing you guys around school. Again, thanks for the wishes. Tigers, we want to give you and your families a few reminders about some exciting opportunities. The first is yearbooks. Parents can order yearbooks online from now until April 30th. Fifth graders, remember, the yearbook cover contest is happening now. And your cover submissions are due by March 30th. We also have our Shadow Lake Spirit Wear store open through the end of this week only. So if you and your family want to order Tiger gear, you need to do so by this Friday. Details for all these things can be found on in our Tiger Family News. All right, Mr. Abbey, talk to us about Lunch Bunch, Chat and Connect, and the lunch menu.
All right, so this week for lunch menu, today's lunch is French toast and cheese omelet. Yes, Tuesday's chicken burger. Wednesday is cheesy pull-aparts. Thursday is a beef burrito bowl, and Friday is pizza. Now Chat and Connects with Mrs. Person. Remember, these are from 11:20 to 11:40. Today is first grade. Tomorrow, Tuesday, is going to be second grade. And then Wednesday is fifth grade. Now, lunch bunches this week. Remember, lunch bunches are 11:15 to 11:40. Today, we're going to have our kindergartners. Tuesday is third grade. And then Wednesday is going to be our fourth grade lunch bunch. It was so much fun seeing a ton of you at our special St. Patrick's Day Lunch Bunch All-Stars last week. And seeing what so many of you wore on St. Patrick's Day. Check out some of these pictures from St. Patrick's Day.
That was a ton of fun. Okay, everyone, here's a picture of one of our amazing staff members with our special Tiger filter, and see if you can guess.
Who's that tiger? Ooh, I think I recognize him. He looks familiar. Can you guess who it is?
Yeah.
It's Mr. Man! All right.
All right, Tigers. Hey, for Student Spotlight for the month of March, we have been recognizing our Tigers who are showing the trait of being conscientious workers. Here are the Tigers that are being recognized this week.
Mama said, don't give up, it's a little complicated, all tied up, no more love, and I'd hate to see you waiting. They say it's all been done, but they haven't seen the best of me.
Way to go, Tigers. Outstanding job. Now, for all of you who saw your name up there today, you're going to get certificates in next Thursday's supply kit on April 1st. Or if you're remote, or if you are here in person, you're going to get those delivered to your classrooms.
Oh yeah, I'm still looking forward to seeing more of our Tigers who are showing the trait of being conscientious workers next week on Student Spotlight. Okay, story time. What's going on this week, Mr. Abby?
Oh, we have another great story today from Mrs. Smith. She's continuing to read, share some of those Children's Choice Award nominee books. And today, she is going to be reading the story called Magic Ramen.
Magic Ramen.
Yes.
All right, Tigers. Well, I hope that you guys have a fantastic week. I hope you had a great 3-day weekend. At this time, please turn your attention to your teacher for the Pledge of Allegiance. And remember,
It's a great day to be a Tiger.
Hey, Tigers! Welcome to Tiger TV and Story Time! So excited! All right, today I've got another great award-winning book. This one is called Magic Ramen, the story of Momofuku Ando. That is his name right there. All right, and this is written by Andrea Wang and illustrated by Kana Urbanowitz. All right, Magic Ramen. Another great story. We are getting through these stories. Probably in another 4 weeks, we'll get to vote for our favorite story. I'm going to put together a voting survey so you guys can choose which one is your favorite. So remember, if you can't remember some of the stories, maybe you go back and look at some of the previous Tiger TV story times on YouTube and kind of listen to some of the old stories so you can remember them. And then we'll vote for our favorite one. All right, this is Magic Ramen. Momofuku Ando picked his way through the rubble on his way home from work. Even though World War II had ended over a year ago, much of Osaka, Japan still lay in ruins. Across the street, a long line of people wound down the sidewalk. It was winter, and they shivered in their ragged clothes. What are they waiting for? Ando wondered. At the head of the line, billows of steam rose from a shack. Inside, a man was selling ramen noodles. Bad harvests, rationing, and war had made food scarce. The poor ate grass and bark to survive. Orphans scrounged through the garbage for something to eat. Those lucky enough to have some money waited for hours and paid outrageous prices for a meager bowl of ramen. Ando went home, but he couldn't forget the hungry people. The world is peaceful only when everyone has enough to eat, he realized. Ando decided that food would be his life's work. He started a business making salt. He caught and dried fish. He created nutritious food for people who were sick. With every new product, every new job and every new business, Ando thought about the line of starving people. He thought about them for over 10 years. Then one of Ando's business deals ended badly. He was penniless. Once again, Ando remembered the thin and hungry people. Wouldn't it be wonderful, he thought, if whole families could have noodles whenever they wanted? No more waiting in line in the cold. No more high prices. No more empty stomachs. He dreamed about a new kind of ramen. His ramen wouldn't be like other noodles. It would be more nutritious. In a shed in his backyard, Ando mixed flour, salt, and water together. So he sees a problem and he's trying to figure out how to solve it. He added eggs. He added powdered milk. He even added spinach. Nothing worked. The noodles were too crumbly or too sticky or too lumpy. Ando kept experimenting with different ingredients. One day, he cranked the handle of his noodle making machine and tested the noodles that came out. They didn't crumble, stick, or lump. It was just the right mix of ingredients. Ando realized the key to the preparation of food is balance. But what was ramen without soup? Ando remembered the cold and hungry people. Chicken soup warmed up cold bodies, but took hours to make. His ramen would be tasty and easy to cook. The simple addition of hot water would release flavor from the noodles and turn it into a hot chicken soup. Ando kept experimenting. He used chicken soup to make the dough. He brushed seasonings onto the noodles. He dipped the noodles into soup. Once again, nothing worked. The noodles were too brittle or too soft or too soggy. Ando kept experimenting with the different methods. One day, he sprinkled the noodles with soup from a watering can, then tossed and separated them. The noodles soaked up the soup and dried. It was just the right procedure. He added hot water to the dried noodles and stirred. The water now tasted like soup. But the noodles were too tough. They still had to be cooked on a stove. Ando remembered the tired and hungry people. He wanted his ramen to be fast and convenient. It could be made with hot water and in a few minutes. People should be able to make it anywhere, anytime. Day after day, Ando experimented. Night after night, he failed. Month after month, he kept trying. Nothing worked. He was being very persistent, though. He was not going to give up. One night, Ando watched his wife, Masako, fry tempura. She coated vegetables and seafood in batter and dropped them into hot oil. The water in the batter evaporated and left tiny holes in the now crunchy coating. He stared at the tempura. The batter was made from flour and water, just like his noodles. Yada! He cried. That's it! He raced to his shed and threw some noodles into a pot of hot oil. They sizzled and popped and crisped. Ando scooped the fried noodles out of the oil and into a bowl. He added hot water and waited. The water seeped into the tiny holes and softened the noodles. 2 minutes later, he plunged a pair of chopsticks into the bowl. He stirred and slurped. The noodles were tender and chewy. They floated in a bowl of hot and tasty soup. After a year of trying, Ando had finally done it. He had invented instant ramen. There he is. He's so excited. Ando worked hard to make enough instant ramen to sell. The whole family pitched in. Masako, Suma, Koki, and even little Akeme. Ando gave demonstration demonstrations. He poured hot water. He waited 2 minutes. Maho no ramen, the astonished customers explained. Magic ramen. Soon everyone was eating Ando's ramen. Poor people, children, busy workers, even royalty. Ando's ramen was nutritious, tasty, and convenient. Thin, cold, tired, and hungry, people ate it and felt better. Ando smiled. Peace follows from a full stomach, he said. Ever since Momofuku Ando and his backyard invention have fostered peace, one bowl of noodles at a time. There we go. And then in the very back, it has just a couple more pieces of information that are really interesting to read, but I am going to read this little piece. In this book, we follow the Western custom of presenting a person's full name with the given name, first name, followed by the surname, family name. For Momofuku Ando, his given name is Momofuku, and his surname is Ando. Why is he referred to as Ando throughout the story? Well, in Japan, most people are called by their surnames. First names are usually only for their children and among family members and close friends. So that's why he was called Ando throughout the story. But in this, it also talks about how his invention changed and over the years. And look at in the very back, if you've ever had a cup of noodle, right, or top ramen, that's what he invented. So that's pretty amazing that he saw a need to feed hungry and cold people in a nutritious and fast manner, and he created magic ramen. So I think that's pretty awesome that he saw a need and he filled it. So remember that, Tigers. Anybody can come up with great ideas, right? So, all right. I hope you guys enjoyed that story. And like I said, we've got a few more to read, and then we'll do some voting in probably about 4 weeks or so. And another reminder, you're able to go online and put books on hold. And if you're a hybrid learner right here at school, then I would take them to your classroom. And if you're a remote learner, I would put them in your supply bag. So go online, go under the school library catalog, and put some books on hold. I'd love to get some books into your hands. All right. Okay. Thanks, Tigers, for joining me today. And remember, it's a great day to be Tiger. See you guys next week.